What is up, guys? It's Nick. We're back here on Fernweh. Day 3 of getting her ready to go in the water. It is absolutely whipping today. Probably a steady 20 to 30 with gusts 35. Would be a lovely day to sail because there's no chop. We were driving by the water and there's absolutely no chop out there. As you can tell, we're wearing something a little different. Kelsey is working on some sanding. Unfortunately, I can't find my other 100-foot spool of extension cord, so I just got out here. I'm gonna steal it from her real quick. I've got the angle grinders. Gonna go cut that bolt off finally. I've got both of my angle grinders, the diamond bit, the diamond flapper blade. It's coming off today. There is no shot that it's not. Hopefully without damaging the track. Fingers crossed on that one. Not trying to have to buy a new track as well right now. It's the whole point of this. We got to make sure we can get all that done today. But we're also going to try and finally get some air in the tender. Just because yesterday our 2-pump was giving us some funky error codes. So we got it all charged up last night. There's no error codes as of this morning. So hopefully we're going to get everything going today.
I'm starting to sand the bottom of the boat, and we need to do that because we need to put a fresh coat of paint on it. We need to sand it so the fresh coat sticks, and sanding it is a serious effort of manual labor because it's a lot of surface area to cover, and a lot of it is upside down, and bottom paint as well is also really toxic. It's full of metals and other stuff, so you get the full body suit, you get the respirator and the goggles, and you just sweat it out until you sand the whole thing. So I'm having a blast over here, but we're making progress.
What we're gonna do is we're gonna take, I know it's kind of rusty, don't judge. I left the blade outside at one point. But we're gonna take the diamond edge blade, and I'm gonna try and cut flushly right there. Take a little bit of the car with it, that's fine, we're replacing the car. Just to finish cutting the head of that bolt off, because the head is recessed in slightly, so the multi-tool wouldn't do it alone. Get the head off, pop that car off, and then we're gonna use the angle grinder again to cut the rest of the bolt out, and then I will drill the rest and re-thread it at a later date because I don't think I have the right kit for that with me.
I came from the mud, there's dirt on my hands, strong like a tree, there's roots
So,
where I stand.
got it off. Had to use both the big boy grinder over there. I don't know if it's quite in frame. Had to use that guy. Had to use the flapper wheel. And now we just have a stub. And that is gonna be the next challenge, trying to get that out. I know I said earlier we could drill it out. That is an option. I hope we don't have to. I'm hoping we can just get some good vices on it, apply some heat, and twist. It's also had PB blasters soaking in it now for days. So hopefully we can knock that out and it won't be too hard. And then before I leave today, I'm gonna give the deck just a rinse down up here, get all the metal shavings off. Don't wanna leave a bunch of metal shavings hanging out, all in like these crevices, as well as up and those crevices. Also just kind of all over the deck. So I don't really wanna do that. We'll knock that out in a little bit.
Hope they won't shoot me down soon.
We're wrapping up day 3 out here off Fernweh. Decent amount of sanding has been done, most of the starboard side, part of the port side. We'll show some pictures of kind of the progress now. And then we are about to wash down the deck, get all the metal shavings off, get all the little scraps of line that we've cut off, the spare whipping line that I accidentally busted yesterday. I just whipped one end of our fresh spare halyard, and I went to heat the end of the line itself, or the halyard itself, and it busted all the whipping line. because it's not really meant to get super hot, right? Some of that stuff, I picked up as much as I could, but with the wind, there's little pieces. I'm gonna pick up the big metal chunks, and then wash the deck down, get the hatches closed, spray her down just so she doesn't become too much of a mess, so that when she finally gets in the water and we have to do a full deck wash, it's not absolutely bonkers.
Try to catch me howling at the moon.
What's up, guys? We're back. It is day 3 of weekend number 2 of getting Fernweh to go back in the water. The crunch is really set in today. Out here, the boat is obviously in a state of disrepair right now. Got a lot of stuff taken apart, got camera gear sitting around as we've been trying to figure out our setup. Still haven't even put the simple headliner piece back on. That's going to take 30 seconds. There's just been so much other little stuff building up. But today we're going to try and get a lot of that knocked out. Kelsey, again this weekend, showed up before me, and she started doing some on the bottom job. A lot of port side has been sanded now. We also realized yesterday when it was raining where it would stay dry during the rain, and so we're kind of targeting that next weekend. Hopefully, if we don't finish it today, we'll finish it then. But yeah, I'm going to go work through some of the through holes. Finally, gonna try and get the handle off the engine raw water and get a better, inspection on that to see how operable it is, because it seems like it might be a little seized, and it's definitely not when you want to be seized.
As Nick said, I have been sanding still. I took a brief break to eat some lunch, but I am hoping, and I might eat my words here, to finish sanding today. But we're making good progress. The port side was in a little bit better shape than the starboard side, which made it go a little bit faster.
It was probably the shade side.
Yeah, it was probably the shady side, probably just, less chipping and stuff. So I'm just going to keep doing that. That's the only thing I'm going to be doing.
When it rains, it pours. Water's up to my chin.
I am going to be working on replacing the handle on that through hole down there. That is the engine raw water in. We can see that there's a lot of corrosion that is just beat to hell, and there is just a lot of rust built up on this handle. So we're going to try and clean that rust off. It's been soaking in PB Blaster for a couple days. We'll try and clean the rust off of this guy and get it broken free. We picked up some new handles from the Defender warehouse, a couple other through holes, and so I'm gonna try and do that.
To the very end. Many men try to reach it. Many men have failed.
Here's the new issue. I got the nut off, but trying to get the handle off, it is like rusted into place. So I'm gonna turn it up, try and get some cleaning on the sides, see if I can break that free, because right now the handle just bends. In worst case, I'll go grab my little pry tool, aka a chisel, and pop it in there and just kind of work on it a little bit.
You gotta raise a little hell, and I've been running from the law.
Well, we did it. I've gotten it off. As you can see, the pile of just rust and other muck caked in down here that I knocked off. And just look at how corroded this handle is, if it'll focus. So now, just gotta take a new handle, throw that on, and give it a couple repetitions, and hopefully everything will be good. And just like that, it's a wrap. We've got a fresh new handle on. Everything moves nice and smooth, and that is what we want. Now we get to replace these through holes, or these handles. Kind of hard to see. But we took those handles off. I'm gonna clean up some of the verdigris off of them and replace those. This is the current status of the boat. Camera gear and miscellaneous tools and cleaning cloths. More miscellaneous stuff. And then just tools all the way over everywhere. So, and Kelsey's somewhere down there.
Okay, so I've made some progress. Made it all the way basically to where the dinghy is on both sides, minus the keel. So the keel is where I'm gonna go next.
What she doesn't realize is I was about to go scare her as she came out of the bathroom. Real quick before I head out, I'm gonna just take a quick measurement of the chain and rode. And by quick, this will probably take 15 minutes.
Hope you find me. I'll be back home soon. When the sun rises, when the sun rises.
You hold it here. And just kind of hold it in the middle of where it's painted. That's 12. I'm at 20 here.
Could it be 25?
What's it? Yeah, this is 25. Okay. So now let's just turn it around. Grab the next one and just walk it toward the boat. And then I'll tell you when to stop. Slowly, slowly. I don't want to accidentally rip the tail of this out.
Yep.
Good. Keep going. I'm over 25 feet. Let's hold it onto the chain so I can. Still at over 25, but.
I'm in the middle of the spray paint. So
Oh, okay.
here's the edge of the spray paint.
But I'm even more over 25.
Weird. Okay.
I'm measuring off the back of this one. It's roughly 25. They just didn't paint it perfectly.
That's not shocking. Okay.
So this is the easy part.
Yes.
Stupid bushes. What, you heard us complaining about the bushes earlier? Used to look like that. Now it looks like that. Not really.
No.
We took a couple leaves off the fully bloomed one. And just like that, I have a little bit of assistance from Kelsey. She really just stood on the ends to keep it from moving.
Good at this.
Yeah. But we got it all coiled up. So I said, might be doing it in a way that looked like it was a little bit of extra work, because it was, but now it takes up less space. It's really neat. The end that the new anchor will go onto is right here. And when we go to take it up, eventually with the windlass, right before we leave, it'll be able just to go straight up, uncoil itself neatly. It's not gonna snag on itself or cause any issues. Kelsey continues to absolutely kill it on the bottom job. She's gotten the whole keel done. Gotten the rest all the way back to here. Gotten a bit more of the belly done. Got the rudder done. All right, time to move Sir Dinkelberg.
Going to this side?
Yeah.
Okay.
Right there.
All right, I'm taking the shitty end.
I thought this is the shitty end. Because this is the one that you have to jam your fingers into.
Yeah.
That one you just grab the handle on the front.
Oh yeah, I'll take this.
Yeah.
This end is only kind of shit right now because I gotta go all the way under. You ready?
Yep. You're gonna make me do a lot of bleeping out.
Sorry.
Hold up. It's gotta go closer to you.
Okay, well, hold on.
Yeah, it's the issue. I'm like caught on a chain.
Yep, all right.
Okay.
There we go.
I was just like holding it really awkwardly because I was caught on the chain.
Yeah, I was caught too. Less caught than you, but. Okay. I think.
That was legend. Wait for it. Dairy. Legendary. Just like that, we're at the end of weekend 2, getting Fernweh ready to get back in the water, and also trying to figure out this whole YouTube thing. It's very different than short form TikTok, which is what we got good at for a while.
This is a lot harder.
And so it's been a lot of learning the boat, learning how to do the YouTubes, and I guess sounding like a boomer.
This is the generational gap. This is what makes you a millennial and me a Gen Z.
Yeah.
Despite being 4 months apart in age.
Yeah. We'll be back potentially during the week. If so, Kelsey's gonna try and do the whole video thing on her own.
We'll see how that goes.
We'll either see you guys in a couple of days if the weather's good this week and we can get the time away from work, or we will see you guys next weekend, where we're gonna rain or shine, be out here at least Friday, Saturday, and Sunday to try and get more stuff done, try and actually launch the week after. We figured out what our non-negotiables are, and the biggest one is what you can see here. And so if we get all the sanding done and do a coat of paint during the week, and then next weekend on Sunday, definitely get the rest of it done. So cool, we'll see you guys soon. The Smurf. As Kelsey always says, I wake up in the morning, I look like Syndrome from The Incredibles.